NFL draft nerds, welcome in. It has been a minute since we have chatted, but it is the dead period of football, not only for the NFL, but also for college football. We're all just kind of waiting around on pins and needles to get football going late this summer, early fall. But I just wanted to talk about a player who doesn't get the same type of publicity as Jeremiah Smith or Ryan Williams, who are not even going to be in this year's draft class. They're not eligible till 2027, right? But there's a player who is eligible for 2026 named Jordan Tyson. And if you don't follow West Coast football, Arizona State, you might not know who he is. If you've been paying attention, you should know who he is. He is clearly for me, the wide receiver one entering the 2025 college football season, without question. I've watched a lot of guys at this point, heard everybody talk about their different top players. A lot of people do have Jordan Tyson at one, and I think it's far and away my number one guy. Without question, I don't want to bury the lead. I want to be upfront with y'all and tell y'all why I value Jordan Tyson so much and why I think he should be looked at as, probably a lock for the top five. With the way the NFL is trending towards valuing receivers, I can't see this guy not being a top five pick, or at least a top five prospect on my board, right? I just don't see it happening. The skill set is unreal. He's listed at 6'1", just under 200 pounds. I do think from a muscle mass standpoint, very thick lower half. I think you could add some strength, some muscle mass to the upper body, to his arms, but he doesn't really need to the way he plays. Like, he plays strong, he plays physical. Yes, at the next level in the NFL, other guys you're going against are going to be stronger, more physical at the cornerback position, but Jordan Tyson, 6'1", shade under 200 pounds, might be 200 pounds at this point, only 20 years old right now, turns 21 later this summer in August. So very young prospect. Just off the bat, I mean, last year at Arizona State, obviously y'all know, pretty magical run for them if you do pay a lot of attention to college football, with Cam Skattebo and Sam Levitt. Jordan Tyson, big part of that. 113 targets, 75 receptions, 1,098 yards, 10 touchdowns, 14.6 yards per catch. Just kind of the basic numbers there for Jordan Tyson. But really, what sets him apart is when you pop on the tape, and there's really no part of his game that I don't feel comfortable with at this point. There's one minor, I wouldn't even call it a red flag, maybe like a yellow flag type of aspect to his game right now that we'll talk about, but I want to talk about the good. There's really only one bad thing to talk about. So explosive off the line. And he plays majority outside. He played a lot inside this past year. I think about 40% of his snaps were also in the slot this year. So can play all over the place, can play on the line of scrimmage, can play Z, can move in the slot. You always talk about getting off the line of scrimmage against press. He is so quick-footed and so strong. Pressing him is a bad idea. I don't care who you are. It looks really ugly when guys try to press him. Because, again, he can beat you with his feet, his foot quickness off the line, and then he can also beat you with strength. And he can continue to develop the swipes and the hand counters, getting off the line, becoming more of a professional, again, only 20 years old. But it's already a bad idea to press him. And then everything else is just exemplary. His explosiveness off the jump is incredible. His throttle up and down, like, he can be a little herky-jerky, and that's probably not even the right way to put it. He can really tempo his speed up and down. And it's these micro decelerations and accelerations that guys just cannot keep up with. Corners cannot keep up with it. Outside corners, nickels, you can't do it. It's truly special. And then as a route runner, the snappiness, the ability to plant in one direction, then absolutely explode in the other direction. Pretty diverse route tree already, the ability to do a lot. I think that he separates at a high level, again, with that natural ability and then also his focus and technique as a route runner. And then when he doesn't have great separation, very good contested catch player. Caught over 60% of his contested targets last year. He's like over close to 60% for his career. Last year was his first big year. Started at Colorado, transferred to Arizona State, had a massive season for them, helped them out a ton. There's just really nothing about the profile that scares me off. The one minor thing I wanted to talk about was drops. He had, I believe, 7 drops last year. Yeah, 7 drops. Drop rate of 8.5%. That's high. I talk about it a lot. I think anything under 6 is excellent. Anything under 5 is like exemplary, right? But 8.5 is a little high. Will you take it? Yes. Do you want to improve on it? Absolutely. And there's no reason to me that Jordan Tyson cannot be one of these guys that you don't worry about him dropping the football barely ever. There's no reason that he can't be one of those guys because he has the natural ability. It's just about not losing focus. And again, if you're a career 8.5% drop rate and you make the type of plays that Jordan Tyson makes consistently, it's really not going to be a big deal. Because again, he is a 3-level separator. He can go up and get the football at an extremely high level. His vertical's got to be insane. I think his vert and his 10-yard split are both going to be absolutely outrageous. Probably his broad jump. I think he's going to be super quick as well. He's a remarkable athlete. I think that's the number one thing. And then also the competitiveness. You talk about, you hear him talking about how him and Sam Levitt, they're best friends. They push each other extremely hard. His dad, Jordan Tyson's dad, played football corner at FAMU. So this is a guy that has been around it his whole life. He's been driven his whole life to play football at an extremely high level. Used to play some corner, which I think helps him as a receiver as well. So to me, Jordan Tyson's game, he projects to be a versatile X, Z, slot. You can get the ball in his hands in a variety of ways. You can't press him. He's going to be somebody you have to shade defense towards. He's going to be somebody you have to give extra attention to because he's that good. He's that physically talented combined with, again, the work ethic, the attention to detail. Goes up and get the football, separates. He can get behind you. I mean, the ball tracking down the field and the body control are really incredible. I think he's going to be a quick top 10 receiver in the NFL. I really do. That's how much I value his skill set. And usually with guys that have the drop rate as high as he does, which again, it's not like crazy high, anything over 10% is a real major concern. And I know we're talking about these small differences in percentage, but they really do matter. When in the NFL especially, the difference between winning and losing in a given week can come down to one play. Can come down to one team making one mistake. It's like a handful of plays or less every week that change the outcome of a game. And so, yeah, you don't want guys putting the football on the ground. But I would expect, again, only 20 years old, that can be improved. And it's not a major weakness right now. It's a minor weakness. Looking at some of the metrics here, one of the big ones that everybody looks at is yards per route run. Among the guys at the power conferences, right? Power 4, whatever it is these days. Only one player had a higher yards per route run. Jeremiah Smith, Ohio State, who is viewed as just like all-world athlete, all-world prospect. Again, not eligible till 2027. Jordan Tyson had 3.04 yards per route run. Jeremiah Smith had 3.15. That's impressive. I mean, everything you look at from the tape, the minute details, again, being able to beat press, everything outside of that drop rate is extremely positive for Jordan Tyson. And no, he's not 6'4" and 215 pounds, but most of the elite receivers in the NFL are not the huge hulking guys, right? It's the guys that really have the versatility to do everything for you in this modern league. So I'm all in on Jordan Tyson right now. I cannot wait to see him play. I really love his quarterback, Sam Levitt, as well, another young player. So I'll be all eyes on Arizona State this fall. Cannot wait to see it. And you talk about some of the guys who were behind Jordan Tyson that got drafted this year. I mean, Tet McMillan, right? In terms of yards per route run. Kyle Williams, some of our favorite players. Jaden Higgins, Tez Johnson, Jalen Knoll. Ryan Williams wasn't even close. Emeka Ibuka wasn't even close. Xavier Restrepo, Jack Besh. Jordan Tyson's special. And it's just like the completeness of his game. He's got good size. He's got great explosiveness. He's got good long speed. Unbelievable hops. Body control. He's strong. He can beat press. He can run routes at all three levels. He can track the football. He can go up and get the football. It's exciting. It's really exciting. Receiver is one of my favorite positions. I think they're just the most electric players on the field usually. I think Jordan Tyson falls into that category. He projects to be a legitimate offensive engine, wide receiver one at the next level. Can't wait to see the rest of his career and how it unfolds. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.